You know that famous mother-child bond that everyone talks about in the movies? A mother gives birth to a child and instantly they click. Does everyone have that bond with their kid? Do some people not? Confession time. Personally, I did not experience that instant bonding with my baby boy, whom I love so much, who I expected to have, who I looked forward to actually meeting. I did not. And for the first few hours, I panicked. Then I remembered I'm a doctor. And I know that these things actually happen. So, let's rewind. I'm at the hospital. I gave birth through a cesarean section, an emergency cesarean section, and within 15 minutes, my baby was out. Before I knew it, I was wheeled to the ward. My baby was in the NICU for some days. I had to go visit my baby. It was just me and my husband. So many things were going at that moment, and I finally got to hold my baby in my arms. And he was so cute, so vulnerable. He recognized my voice, but I was looking at this little baby like, who is this stranger? Not that I wanted to give my baby away at that moment. No, not that I wouldn't do anything for my baby at that moment. Not that I wouldn't even give, I would actually give my life for him at that moment, but I just didn't feel like, yeah, the stranger effect. I felt this little bundle of joy, who is a stranger, something like that. And it lasted for a few days to weeks until we got to know each other. I'm your mom. Hi. Who are you? I'm gonna name you this. Anyway, many people think that this bonding effect should instantly happen, and I was one of them, regardless of my knowledge, honestly. But it might come as a shocker to you that about 20% of mothers do not feel that instant bonding with your kid. Don't panic, as you can see, you're not alone at all, because there are so many others around the world. So what could cause this stranger effect thing? Now, in my case, I had a lot of overwhelming situations happening to me just before I gave birth. I was going through some considerable amount of stress. Now my baby came. It was just me and my husband. My baby had to go to the NICU because he was born prematurely, and he needed to be monitored for some time. I was a first-time mom. I had to adjust to the fact that I actually have a baby right now in a foreign country. I guess it was a lot at that time that I couldn't do any other thing, or I couldn't actually just focus on my baby at that moment. Yeah. Surprisingly, regardless of my not feeling that instant connection with my baby, I actually couldn't trust my baby to any other person apart from myself. So this is what will happen. I came back from the hospital. I didn't let anyone bathe my baby. I went ahead to bathe my baby myself because I thought they would drown my baby in the boiling water. It was just my husband, like I said earlier on, and his godmother, who were all scared of actually holding my baby. So I couldn't entrust them with that tiny little child that I had at that moment. So with my C-section scar, I went ahead to bathe my baby. I wouldn't sleep. For days, I couldn't sleep. For days on end, I would refuse help from my husband and my baby's godmother. And that took a toll on me, because at the point I felt like I was a zombie. Walking around the house and trying to get everything together. I don't know what was happening at that moment, honestly. For the first few days and a week after birth. So eventually, I sat down and had to convince myself that everything is gonna be okay. You need help, Penina. You need help. You need to rest. You need to sleep to be able to take care of a baby. And because of all that stress I was having at that moment, I had no milk. I could only pump one bottle of milk for my baby. And that was now putting everyone on edge. My husband was now on edge. I was on edge. It was a lot. So I think due to all that stress I was going through at that moment and all the adjusting I had to do at that moment, I did not have time to bond with my baby properly. You know, I couldn't let my baby go and I couldn't be with my baby and actually rest. So eventually I had to let people help me. And after that rest that I desperately needed, things became clearer. I was able to now reshuffle things and finally able to give my baby the attention that he needed at that time. Yeah, then I was able to produce milk and breastfeed my baby, I was able to sleep and recuperate. So, me not having an instant connection with my baby, did that mean I didn't love my baby? No, it didn't. In fact, if they had told me to die at that moment for my child, I would have. So, moms out there, if you do not experience that instant connection, you're not alone at all. You're not. Yeah, so honestly, today I don't have much to say. This is all I have to say today. Please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and come back again if you enjoyed this very short videos that I make. Don't take your time at all. See you next time.